Hey folks, so it's time to do a little bit of an unboxing, this time not of a knife. So, what do we have here? Mini Griptilian. Anyway. Okay. Urban Survival Gear. You can see I also tacked on a backup spring and some backup O-rings, but this should be, yeah, tie pens may require initial pre. This should be the Urban Survival Gear V3, I think they're on, Ti-Scribe-Bolt. Oh, it comes in a fun little tin. Oh, there's even a... Oh. I didn't put it in it, they just included it. There we are. Oh. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, time to feel it, time to feel it. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm really digging that. Sorry about that. Hey, something very loud happened outside and continued happening for a while. So I'll just have to edit that part out. You can't refilm an unboxing video because you already unboxed it. So I'll just have to cut these two together. So, where was I? That feels nice, but honestly, gut reaction, this is a bit softer than I was expecting. This is a way gentler spring tension than I was expecting, but it feels nice. Okay, size-wise, ooh, that feels good, and the grip. This is slimmer. Okay, so, okay. I promised myself I wasn't going to get into CNC milled titanium pens. I said I wasn't going to do it. But then a few weeks ago, my longest friend, I've known him for almost 20 years now, which is making me feel old. Anyway, my longest term friend for my birthday a few weeks ago got me this. This is the Ti-Scribe. Oh gosh, that's the Ti-Scribe. This is the Tactile Turn Bolt Action pen, and I gotta say, I love it so much. Ooh, it's satisfying. And the thing is I knew the moment I held this that I couldn't hold back. I told him, as fantastic as a gift as this was, the one problem with it is that he has unleashed something. Now that I've actually held this type of thing in hand and know how good it feels, I knew I needed to buy more. And it's silly because I don't have a use for pens on a daily basis in my life. In fact, I sit at a computer most of my time. I work at a computer. I do a lot of things on a computer in my spare time, and I just don't write with a pen on paper almost ever anymore. But I've found that I have gone out of my way to find opportunities to use this just because I have it and how fun it is to use. And so I wanted to be able to compare it against another one. So size-wise, longer, I knew that. I did all the measurements. I got out my calipers. I found anything I could that was approximately the same size. If anyone's curious, this is the fine point or ultra fine point. They're both the same. And from almost every dimension, these are nearly exactly the same size. So if you want to know how this is going to feel in your hand from like holding to write, this bottom part, because this is flared, but down here where it's a little bit thinner, or conversely up here, this right there is a little bit thinner, right there. Those two spots on this are the exact same thickness as this pen. So and the length is the same. And so if you have one of these, it's a really good indicator of if this size is going to be good for you. And I gotta say, I like it a lot. I don't know if I'd want the slim version of the Tactile Turn because they changed the clip, and I really like the clip on this. The other version is set deeper with like off studs instead of offset stud. I don't know. I'm thinking anyway instead of this bent version. But I do, and it's also. This is an in-between size. The Tactile Turn's big one is the size, the thickness of a full-size Sharpie, and the thin one is... I had an example somewhere. Whatever, screw it. Point is that the slim is... This is like halfway between the two. And if I gotta say, my gut reaction is that this is the Goldilocks size. That this is a really, really good thickness and feel right there. But this spring it leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of fidget factor. This is a little bit soft. But these both use a Pilot G2 refill, which means that their springs have equivalent at least inner diameters and likely outer diameters. And so what I'm going to do is take this guy apart and swap in some firmer springs and see if I can adjust that. Because one of the things that my friend did when he gave me this is he gave me not just this pen, but he knows what type of super nerd I am. And he's the same kind of super nerd. Is why we've been friends for so long. We get each other. And so he not just gave me this pen, he gave me a set of 5 or 8 or so alternative spring tension with different amount of spring force springs that would all fit into this exact one. He sourced them online. He's a wonderful human. And so it meant that I could dial in exactly. So this isn't even the original. The Tactile Turn comes with one that has roughly 1.5 pounds per inch, and I found that this one, which is 1.04 pounds per inch, is a better sweet spot. It's easier on my finger. The one that comes with the Tactile Turn is it's pretty firm, kind of digs in, and this one still gives you a satisfying click while not digging into your finger. And over here, they went out of their way to add this new groove here and add some very light jimping on it. And it feels great as you're pulling down, but the actual spring tension is so soft in comparison that you don't get the same satisfying thwack. So anyway, I will see if I can swap those out. This does feel really, really nice. My initial reaction to the finish, everything about this, the texture, the shape, the size, the length, the weight, it's definitely it feels lighter. Is it lighter? Oops, probably should not have done. I guess that works. But this is 1.257. Yeah, it's almost 1/4 ounce lighter. Yeah, my gut reaction to this is that this is spectacular. I am very excited to play with this more. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay, I'm back with my springs. So I took this apart, and this is a very flimsy, light spring. I get why it is so soft now. Let's take this one out. You can see that I might be wrong in terms of this working because of how they're targeting compliance on the G2. Their version sits down here on this smaller one section, and the one on the Tactile Turn hits this taller one, which means my comment about having the same internal and outer diameters is probably wrong. But that does look like it'll fit just fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is just try this. Swap in the 1.04 pounds per inch version and see how I like that. Yeah, already that's better, but honestly I think I could go harder. So the Tactile Turns Bolt is just this like 90-degree angle. It's just literally a bolt. And so it kind of digs into your finger more. But this groove they've added here with that jimping feels so comfortable that I feel like I could get away with significantly more spring force here and have it still be very comfortable. Yeah, let's try that. So what do we got? I have in here the 1.04. Let's try... No, that one's lighter. There's the 1.04. Let's try these ones. This one's 1.42. This is one of the stronger ones I have. Come on. Came apart. Fine, I'll just take both out and separate them once they're outside. There we are. Okay. Now, I actually had a problem where these ones didn't work in the tactile turn because the minimum length, when fully compressed, here, I'll just show you. In the tactile turn, whoops, putting the wrong tip on that. In the tactile turn, that minimum width meant that I couldn't compress this all the way. I'm hitting that full compression on the spring, and I literally cannot push the bolt over. It doesn't have enough clearance to move down past that. And so that might be the case over here too. I don't know if we will run into that. Let's find out. Can I? Oh no, I get full clearance. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I like it with more force. I'm gonna play with these more. I've got some middle grounds, and I also have the cutters I would need to cut some of these back and create gradients even within there. But my gut reaction is that I like it with the more snappy force. Yeah, that feels nice. One thing I'm going to say right off the bat that I've noticed is that I tend to hit my finger right there. So one of the pseudo-brilliant things about this is that you don't have another bolt. The clip itself is the bolt, but that means that when you're flipping this back, this is moving around down here within your hand. And I have found that I keep grabbing it like this, where my finger would now be in the path, and sliding this over. And it's not like I'm pinching myself. I mean, I am literally pinching myself a little bit, but it's just getting in the way. So I need to learn to either hold this further down or just off to the side more. That'll take some getting used to. But I can tell you I like it better with the stronger force. Anyway, this will be something I'm going to play with a little bit more, tune this in, dial it in, I guess, and that should be that. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this a little bit entertaining or interesting. If you're curious what these springs are, I will give information down below about where you can buy these exact same things. Fair warning, they come in packs of 12, and so you're not going to be able to buy just the one. But it's really nice being able to adjust that factor, so kudos to my friend for thinking about this, and hope it helps you guys out too. Okay, bye.